Evan McPherson has this one teed up. And we are underway on Sunday Night Primetime. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. As you see, they have dealt with their fair share of injuries this season. But, Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
I think a lot of credit has to go internally. Look, we always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together. But to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the uniform. Those starters who've stayed healthy, they've welcomed the backups into their ranks and showed them how to get it done. And this team, they've stayed afloat all season doing just that.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Maverick! Like 20!
Here's Goff. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
Goff. Now he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Kirby Joseph there to drop it. Now a 2nd and 10.
45-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Jackson going to keep it. This pass complete to Higgins. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 39. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
It's a big place in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll give this off the middle to Brown. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. 2nd quarter coming your way next. 7-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. This is Brown going up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some discipline.
And oh, it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
34-yard line.
Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An inside give. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Jackson from the shotgun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 32 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 2. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And things have changed since the last time they had it. The safety led to the touchdown. So now they find themselves behind as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Off play action. Here's Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Joseph Osai. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Here's Goff. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Shamar Stewart. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure gets to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Here comes the Lions punter now. As his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Jones on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Second and a couple. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Open man is Yoshibas. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Jackson now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So after the conversion on fourth, here's first and 10 just outside of the red zone. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here's second and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Report.
Jackson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Hey, report.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And the Bengals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now it's Jackson. This is caught. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
13.
To throw again is Jackson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Charlie Jones, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Goff now to throw. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds out near the 45 at the 44. Second down in the yard.
44-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Call. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Now Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On the handoff, this is Brown. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Gain of 23 yards. That's good for a Bengals first down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This one complete to Yoshibas. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First down.
Back to throw. Jackson firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Handing it off to Brown. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Right back to Brown to the 27-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's a give to Brown. Down right around the 25. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Jackson going to keep it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Move. Set up. Finish up.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
Set up. Ready. Finish up. Ready. Finish up. Move.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bengals will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
The Bengals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Finish up. Go. Get up.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Line 7. Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Back to throw, Goff. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Lions first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
At the Bengals 44-yard line.
Now it's Goff. Finds Gibbs on a check down. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's Williams. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jamison Williams, 44 yards. And the Lions have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a two-score lead, fourth quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Jackson. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On the ground, it's Taj Brooks. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
13.
Third down, here's Brown. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming. And now it looks like they should get the football back as they force an important 3-and-out.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
180.
Play action. It's gone. That's complete to the Porter. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
180.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. For the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
180. That's a lot. All right, thanks.
Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And got his man complete. Cincinnati. 44 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
They run it with P-Ryan on first down. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Here's P-Ryan again on second down.
And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Samaje P-Ryan, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
So here's Goff and the Lions.
Down by 10, 2:24 to go. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. Goff. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
Pass complete to Naylor, right side. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here.
Goff now looks to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's ground.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Brown is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive, 4 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
It's now second and 6.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta. Here's third and 3.
To number 87, Sam Laporta. It's a gain of 4.
Here's Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Well, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Fourth down to give to Gibbs.
And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. They give it to Brown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And 10 at the 38-yard line.
Hey, Alpha, right.
They'll run it here with Brown.
83 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
The commissioner of the NFL, Roger Goodell, going to present the Lombardi Trophy to the Cincinnati Bengals. They are your Super Bowl 60 champions. So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew,